Hi, this is Elliot Wave Sage. Just let's do a quick market update. Like always, none of this is financial advice. Always do what's best for you. Just use this for your education and entertainment purposes only. So this is very interesting action that we've seen in price. Not surprising, as I had mentioned. I'm very bearish on the market. But was Elliott Wave Sage short in the market? No, no, right? I said we're gonna let the trap get set. So if I look at my role in the ecosystem of trading as a bear that's got a I would say not dumb money. I'm not a dumb money bear. I'm a clever, smart, calculating bear. I'm a grizzly bear ready to come out of hibernation and destroy what we're seeing in front of us. But I'm letting the trap be set, and my intention was 420s. I've been saying that. Let this keep going. Let this continue to go higher. Let if there's people still dumb enough suckers that want to buy, let them buy. There's no reason for me to stop them. We will stop when we start to see that sign of a reversal and we get that exhaustion. And we aren't there yet, but we could be getting close soon. Now, here's the thing, guys. Here's the thing. So, I've been telling you we're going to get this moved, this sea leg, and we're getting it now, right? We're getting it. So, and I'm just kind of eyeballing, 425, somewhere around here, 28. But I mean, maybe it could still grind a little higher. But I mean, if we look at the sea leg, I mean, it looks like to me we're in three. We need a four and a five to finish it off. And if you look at this, you had a pretty deep two here, just like you had here, and the four, not so deep, but we still need a pullback. So until we really see four, we probably want to see a little more extension and see that four. Once we get this four, then we're going to look for this five. The five should have some divergence on the 45-minute, 15-minute, and then the trap's been set, and we're ready to explode into some bearish positions. But right now, I'm just going to continue to let this thing melt up and see. I mean, maybe people are dumb enough to keep going. I mean, I don't know, but I do think it's getting squeezed out. Who's buying? Well, it's shorts that shorted too early, and I was warning you that typically this type of connector wave ends in a massive squeeze, and then there's no more shorts left, and then there's no more buyers, and then that's it. So here, if I'm literally trying to do the count on the NASDAQ 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, we need this larger degree 4 and a 5. And, we did break this high, and it does open up the possibility of the Qs going to 350. That's pretty significant squeeze. If that happens, it's not likely to get that high, but this would be a must short area if it got to 453, regardless of the interior structure, if it got here because of the Fibonacci relationship. So, I mean, for 353 to me, this area, I have to be taking short positions in technology. Here, I'll wait for the structure to develop more. It seems like it's starting to, but we'll wait and look for this 4 and 5 and just kind of hang out here. But and then the IWM, it looks like here we have a three-wave move. Now we did break higher. It could be even in a higher two. I have this extreme area here that could also represent a great short entry back into the Russell at 182 if it goes that if it pumps that and negates this. So we'll have to wait and see how that plays out, how the Russell plays out. This again would be a great Fibonacci area to short in this area if I can get it on the Russell. The Dow Jones, I'm not touching it. It's got so many possibilities. There's so many options here. It could still revert back down. I mean, I'm not even gonna try to worry about the Dow at the moment. But I do think so. I think SPY again looks like to me if I look at it, very carefully here, looks like a 1, 2 here. Maybe you could put the 2 here, some kind of running flat. No, I wouldn't do that. Or yeah, actually I would. I'd put that there, and then have another 1, 2 right here, and then you have a 3, 4, 5, just like the Nasdaq, and you need a 4 and a 5. So this drop at some point will come. It could take a few days, and then a top for another few days. Let's see here, the 4th through the 10th, 5. So maybe another week or so of topping out here, and then so maybe toward the end of next week or right after Memorial Day. And I think that's right around the 1st. So I think this is, again, it's just timing perfectly for that default scenario. It'll be very interesting to see if all of a sudden at some point we get news that we get a message, hey, prepare for default, talks broke down. And then this shit will unravel so fast. It's not even funny because people are afraid of missing the move higher. They think the debt ceiling's a done deal. This is just, kabuki theater, and we want to be in on this move. And it's almost like a sell the news event, even if the deal gets done. So there's a lot of situation here. But looking at this, it's like, there is this is in the final stages, but there is, for me, I look at myself as a smart bear, smart money bear, and I do believe there's many more people like me out there, and we're waiting. We have not come in. The people here were dumb money trying to short it. They were gamblers trying to short it, and I mean this was obvious, but I wouldn't have took the long either. This was why it was really a no trade area. I'm waiting for this to get this entry, and then for the next several months, I'm just going to be sitting pretty and I'm not going to have any worries in the world when this thing is set. I'm going to have a great entry. Now, I was looking at the SQQ earlier today, and it did break to new all-time lows, and that is probably why we're seeing some pressure. But if you look here, this massive pattern has broken down, and the next target on this is 1861. That probably will coincide, with those 350 at QQ levels. So I do think we are going to go higher in technology, and I have cautioned you for the break, rip, and drop, and we saw that in the SOX, right? I still do caution that type of move where you rip, where we're here right now, you rip, and then you come down into this area. So I would still be careful. That's why I wouldn't just go long here. So that scenario, if that plays out, would be a little different here. That would probably look something different, where if you were to drop back down and then come up, so that would look like a different kind of count here, and we would have to relabel the corrective wave. Now, since it is ending in a Z wave, I do like to see the RSI divergence erase, and we're about to do that. I think we did that, or we're close to tomorrow, and that would also tell me that the Z leg is almost over, and we're close to the grand finale. An ultimate squeeze to end, which usually ends in kind of this parabolic, type move, and then the squeeze is done, and then the move implodes on itself. So this is just a big squeeze, and in the few that did bet on it, they're definitely getting paid to bet on the long side of that squeeze. And I do think it could go higher and can even continue to extend as people still try to come in and try to top tick the short. I won't really get aggressive in technology until this area occurs, or I get better divergences here to form. We need to wait and see, but I'm not interested in shorting tech. Now, the SPY is different. It may be lagging tech a little bit, but I do think it's going to go into this 420s, 425 area. So I just have to stay patient. So I'm on the sidelines now, still just watching this craziness play out. My account is nice and locked and loaded, ready to take advantage of what's about to happen. but I'm not ready to FOMO in on the short side or long side here. So now, I look at the rest of the market. Hang Seng is really tricky. It does look like we broke that low. It does look like it's going lower. That typically means the dollar is going to go higher. And then if this low breaks, then you have a massive move lower. So I think you got to be really careful with China and really careful with things that need the dollar to rise. So that's something to keep in mind at the moment. Uh, but again, this is some consolidation area. It could still be like an A, B, C, and then down later. But I do think this is indicating more downside will come. And then Bitcoin, like I said, crypto should be going lower. The miners aren't finished. GBTC isn't finished. I do think this has got to go lower for now. I want to see it in this area, and then I may start to buy crypto and crypto equivalent stocks if we can get lower. This to me is not a good area to buy given what I saw in the crypto stocks. So then oil. Let's take a look at where oil is. Again, looking for this C leg to finish. Again, three up, a connector, maybe another three to finish a WXY type move, or again, it could become a 1-2, 1-2, and we get a pump in the oil market. It's probably what I would expect. So look again for that 1-2, 1-2 setup in the oil market just before we top out here for a massive move lower. Gold hit an area where we can bounce three waves here. It should bounce. The question is it going to bounce and fail and then go into these lower 1800 areas or go to new highs? If it goes to new highs, this is just 1, 2 of 5, and we go into this area I have highlighted here. If we bounce and fail, then it's maybe a major peak in gold that could go much lower, even to these levels, 1600, 1560, and there's some people that believe this is the case. It's not. The market has not given me this confirmation that it's this bearish yet. This could, like I said, it could be a couple things here. 5 could be extending. So I wanna keep an eye on that, but I don't want to get too bearish yet. I need to see a bounce and a failure, then I'll start to get more worried in gold. Or if we can break down below 1900, another straight down drop, then I would be worried. But right now, I think it's a dip buy opportunity for just to get a bounce here, and then the market can decide, but you can make some money on that bounce if you do some leverage. And then silver should follow suit. Again, silver could be in this flat pattern here, like I mentioned before, down, and it could be done here. Again, you have a lot of bullish divergence, so this should be bouncing too off of this corrective structure. So this could be bound, but again, it could still take another leg lower, a massive dump lower, and then again, this could come back, and break even this low here at 17, or the X isn't finished and we extend in 3 and 3 and we hit that $30 level before we break down to new lows. So it's just a tough call on silver. The only thing that can negate silver is to get a more impulsive structure. These overlapping waves show me it's still in a corrective state, even though there's a lot of excitement here. I need to see a more impulsive bounce, and hopefully if we do rally from here, that could negate what I have shown. But right now, this is kind of where I'm looking at silver. Then bond market did find support in raced at the 1-2-1-2, but if you look here, you have a now swing. This could be done. We could be ready to drop. I do think when this drops, the market will sell off, and then also the banks will sell off dramatically. Again, it looks like we're still in this B wave. And when we were down here, I warned you that the B may not be set. It could still take another swing up, which would support the market, and it has done that. And this actually could still go higher, letting you know there's more upside in the market. But at some point, this should peter out, and we should get another drop down. And this last time this dropped, banks failed. I would imagine the same thing would happen when this leg eventually comes. The VIX is weak. I've said that there is a support area at 1465. Perhaps we get there. Dollar index is not providing weakness to stocks. It's not the driving factor at the moment. It did provide weakness to gold and silver today. And again, this could be done here, and we could still keep going higher where the gold and silver crash. But it could also be a multiple structure that I also gave that alternative where it's a WXY or we're still in even X. So there's a lot of possibilities. I'm leaving it here for now, just like this. And I do believe if it's going to fade, it needs to do so very soon, or it's going to negate the alternatives. And then what I have shown here will be the primary and validated structure. But the dollar index is not really that reliable because I think there's a lot of confusion in the market and there's a lot of mixed signals and counter moves happening underneath the surface that aren't obvious. And that's why these correlations just aren't as clean as they used to be. Because I do think as the market pumps, there are sellers selling into this, preparing for what's to come here later. And I do think that that could be, also affecting the market, and anyway, and I think we've been seeing some weakness in the yen. Weakness in the yen is usually bullish for the market too. So, but that's going to change soon. Natural gas pumped. Let's take a look. Can we say the bottom's in? Not ready to do that. If we can break this peak here, I think you could then confirm that this low is in and a double bottom, and then we should get a really healthy pump. If not, it could still fail. This move could still fail, like I have to 1.5. You need to be careful FOMOing in this natural gas, but this is kind of to me the line in the sand right now. Let's just kind of look at the market and see what else is going on. Commodities, again, I like Devon. Not there where I need to be. It's getting there. So now keeping an eye on Devon. XLE, again, I'm still looking for that bounce. I think oil's about to have a squeeze up. So I think this bounce is coming, but it'll fail. And you'll get the capitulation wave. So again, OIH, I'm looking for lower. Just nothing here interesting. Let's go to the metals. GDX, very close to this buy area. So when you look at the three-wave structure, this is a different structure now. It's three waves down. So I would put the one here and relabel everything and not put a one like a 1-2. I would just call that one, and just kind of change the labeling a little bit. We have a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 5 end it here, and then we're going down. So we'll see. But also I like SIL. SIL is close to the area I said to look out for. It's 27.21, 27.62. It could still go a little lower, but these could be good bounce plays. Get a bounce or go to new highs. We don't know. So I do like the precious metal sector for nibbling and buy-in bounces and things. And then just like I said, nothing else interests me. And then the discretionary area, nothing really good here that I would say is an opportunity. Staples, nothing again. Just look at if you miss this move, should be pulling back soon against this entire cycle. So may get a chance to get in on that. And again, we showed Tyson like, oh, should I FOMO into Tyson food? So Tyson food has a complete impulse here, but I do think it needs to go lower. So if it bounces, it should fail. So I wouldn't get too excited there. AEHR, guys, this trade idea was given multiple times in my live stream, and it hasn't disappointed. The CEO resigned, someone told me, everyone panicked for no reason, and now here we are. And I wouldn't be surprised if this continues to melt up. Now there'll be pullbacks, but those will be able to be bought against 23, and that's all I got on the staples. Now crypto, again, like GBTC, it needs to come down here. ETHE needs to come down to 7. Mara, I really like to see that at 645 with that lower low here. Riot, like to see it at 862. So this is telling me crypto has got more downside. It's not done going down, even though it may chop around. Don't get trapped. Don't get caught up in it. There's some weakness here. I think needs to play out more. Then financials. Let's go to Schwab. Schwab's again up against this descending triangle. We'll see WAL. I gave a super duper, a great area to short here, super duper area, if it gets there. But it looks like it's going to get there. PAC W, indecisive area, but again, it looks like 5 up, 3 down. Be careful. Don't just blindly short these things. And then healthcare, it's weak. And I don't like I said, mRNA, I want to see it lower, right? I want to see Danaher lower, 200. I want AbbVie lower, 125. I think I had Amgen on here at one point. Looks like there's my 4. We're in the 5 of Amgen. Let's take a look. Yeah, so Amgen's still got lower to go. Not there yet. So healthcare is not where I want it to be. None of these look good. So then industrials, we haven't looked at that in a while. See Caterpillar, want to see it 178 lower. Deere in this flat, and it's playing out, so lower. So you notice the theme, lower, 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 and so the Dow's weak, guys. The Dow sectors are weak. Not tech right now, but tech will soon become weak again. Let's take a look at the stocks that you have requested over time. Let's see how's Snow doing. Totally negates this triangle idea, so that is good, but I still think it's a 4, just a different look, not a triangle. But I still think it's a 4. We need 5. What happened to this one? So looking for this 5th wave. Yeah, so yeah, nothing I could see Mullen. Oh, they reverse split or something, screwed up our chart. All right, technology stocks, AI, let's see here, AI, how's that doing? Again, just there's your target area right there. Looks like that's where it's going. But again, there could be pullbacks along the way. Tesla did make the move and see. I think this is gonna fail. Probably 5 waves, yeah, A, B, C. So it looks like to me 1, 2. We're probably still in like a wave 3 of C. Still go higher. AMD, crazy action, and then here was a second chance entry, and it has just been a massive short squeeze out. We broke the high. I think it's clear now that AMD has made a major bottom here, and it will be surprising to see a new low come out of that. Now it's got divergence here. This could become like a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then a retrace, but it doesn't seem likely that this low is going to break anymore, given how the separation in the impulsive nature. So yeah, I mean, this looks like, yeah, it could pull back to the 70s, and I believe it will when the market takes its final leg lower. Could even go to the 60s, but my guess is this low is not going to be breached. And the same thing with Nvidia. And in fact, Nvidia is pushing new highs, uh, and people just can't get enough of it. Now you have divergence, so it's still a wave five, right? It's still wave five, a spectacular wedge, but it should fail. But more than likely, this low should be respected. Now, there's no guarantee that that will happen, but it just seems likely, given the impulsive nature and the separation. But we'll have to wait and see how the market, what the market does. Again, Amazon almost in the short area, still grinding higher, and Google, it's a very dangerous area here. On the long side, Microsoft is in the area, so these are all in their wave five moments, and even yeah, Trade Desk broke its high. So what that tells me, again, this is about to have a squeeze up in five, in a 1-2, 1-2. So again, just these fives are extending. These fives are extending. Uh, so anyway, just kind of looking around, see if there's anything else. Let's see, at China. So PDD again, this should bounce here where it is and make another swing higher. However, we have to keep an eye on the overall dollar index, and again, this could still make a run into the 50s. We'll have to wait and see. Baidu the same thing. So China is weak. I really want to wait till the K-Web is down in this area, 24, 23, before I'm really more confident in holding longer term holds in China. These are more tradable positions. When you can want to get a bounce like we got here, this was a good trade and get out, and that's how I'm kind of treating the market. But at some point, there will be a good opportunity for the buy and hold swing or investor. But I think it's got more downside based on the K-Web. And again, Neo's grinding lower in this final push down here. I got been waiting a long time for Neo to get down here. Baba's weak. As long as this low holds at 79. All right, so that's all I've got for this update. This market is, you know, um, the final squeeze is higher, and it's how it's going to end. Short squeeze higher, and I do think it's at danger to end at any moment. But based on my counts, it's still not done. It could still go SPY 425, triple Qs, could even go as high as 350, 52. I know no one wants to hear that, but that's just the way it is. And if you don't know how I get those targets, it's just a really simple Fibonacci extension here. And as you can see, 350, 350. Not time and time again, the market will turn in this type of pattern with this type of 236 extension, just like I have it here, literally sometimes on the penny. So keep an eye on that. And I'm telling you, if we get there, if it could go and squeeze that high, I will definitely want to take a position here on a short side and try to play that downturn and see if we can get that push lower and that pivot. This is a ripe area, but it's still got a little bit of ways to go to get there. Let's take a look at what that retracement looks like. That would be, look at that, the 618 of this first impulse. Exactly here, exactly. So you have a confluence lining up, right? The 618, the 236 extension, and then you have this massive support area, on this horizontal trend line. So keep an eye on that 350 area. And then that will allow the SQQ to get to where it needs to go. So that's kind of what I'm thinking for technology. If you're really inclined to want to short it, you're just my advice is to be just a little patient. But again, if you do decide, oh, I want to take the long side and play this, you are gambling because technically it could end at any moment, and you could wake up down. And I do think when this ends, there'll be a massive candle down with overnight separation, and there'll be no way to get out of your positions, and you'll be trapped. That's typically what will happen. How this this will reverse and start. It'll be clear to everyone the move is over. All right, guys, that's my update. Talk to you later.